What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and we all know that today marked the end of the PvP season. Unfortunately, both of our training spots are taken up, and it looks like we have almost 3 hours remaining, which means we won't be able to show Hellcat at level 2 just yet. Well, assuming that we won her. We apparently just didn't time it out correctly. Actually though, I completely forgot and didn't even take it into consideration. I'll be honest, I'm just happy to have some silver to train at all. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and check out our rewards, and we'll see what league we ended up in. So first we got 100,000 silver, and that definitely comes in handy. Next, 10 gold. Then the Femme Fatales. This has a follow-up attack, cruelty, applies grit, and it has apply pressure, so it's a pretty cool little weapon. Next we have the Bruiser's Infused Tech Suit. But to be honest with you, well, it may have some uses, but I don't see me using it over the Bruiser E3 costume. And to be honest with you, I still love the Safeguard Suit too. So this would have to be used on a certain type of team. Still, we're happy we won it just in case. And then the final reward's going to be none other than Hellcat. She's a scrapper, and she has Get Ready. Gains grit when attacked by a single target attack. Chance to gain an extra turn when attacked by a single target attack. Then she has Self-Defense. Chance to preemptively counter incoming enemy attacks. And lastly, she has Survival Training. Grants all party members damage reduction by 50% while health is over 80%. So that's pretty awesome that it applies to your entire team. She actually does look somewhat promising, though melee attackers are somewhat scary. But let's go ahead and check out her animation and dialogue. With her recruitment down, we only need Cammy, and we're getting pretty close on that one. Speaking of it, we'll have the next task list part up very soon. Alright, Agent, I'm on the clock and ready to roll. Just point me in the direction of someone who needs their butt kicked. Will do. Alright, well, like I said, we're only going to see her at level 1, and that's because we can't train her just yet. On top of that, we're currently doing the Spec Op research, so we can't get the new suit either. So yeah, it's bad timing all around. But we are going to go ahead and equip those claws. And we're putting them in our first slot. I would say so we can see them, but they're a fist weapon, so they don't show up. Hopefully our first look at her in action is going to be enough to hold us over, but it is going to make for a pretty short video. Hey, we are going to see those Femme Fatales as well, and I'm pretty interested to see how well they do. So right away on my agent's turn, we're going to go ahead and use those. And I'll attack. Let's go for the Scrapper since we are in our Bruiser costume. So we'll let him have that open wound and pain. And by the way, the fact that it has grit, I don't know if that's going to make the absorb energy from the Elite E-ISO go crazy or not. Speaking of that, I'm definitely going to make a video on it. Because, number one, Playdom either needs to tell us it's intended, which I highly doubt, or they need to fix it by next season. But don't worry, I'll go into a rant on that in the video. It's coming soon. I purposely waited for the season to end. If you don't know what I mean, well, basically, many agents were using the E-ISO that generated grit, and then that with the absorb energy apparently from the Elite E-ISO, maybe from other sources, I'm not sure. But it would just explode on your screen, pretty much healing the agent back to full health, if you didn't have despair on them. It was very reminiscent of Red Hulk, and it got so frustrating. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to fully comment on that in its own video. I refuse to use it like that, so I only have footage of it in practice matches. But anyways, let's try to focus on Hellcat for now. And I love that her level 1 is called Krav Maga. It's also pretty awesome because pain got a serious boost. And that diminished resolve is pretty interesting as well. What I'm kind of waiting to see now is if she gets a preemptive counter. So we're going to try to stall this fight and see if we can get that to proc. Okay, it actually does. So she preemptively hits with her level 1 Krav Maga. Also, we saw some pretty serious damage from the Femme Fatales, especially when it got a follow-up attack. So like I thought, it's not a bad weapon at all. As for this enemy, we'll see one more attack from Hellcat, and she may end up taking him down. He is pretty close to death. So that's what we're aiming for. With my agent, I'll just use the Light Fantastic, and then we'll unleash one more level 1. I know, a lot of variety in our attacks. But hey, you gotta train when you have to train. I'm trying to get all level 15s here. Okay, and she comes up just short, so we'll finish him off with Rocket. Then that's gonna be it for our first look at Hellcat. And I will continue leveling her, and we'll have another video very soon. I also know there's a lot of other videos I promised, and we're gonna get to them very soon. As for this season, I hope you all finished in your desired leagues, and I really hope you got Electro as well. He's a fantastic character. And speaking of him, we're going to have an All Hail the King episode coming up early next week, and we'll try to show his true power. So basically the task list, the conclusion of our Spec Ops coverage, and a lot more is coming next week. So make sure you tune in. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck and take care.